Welcome back to another episode of War in Cali. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the underground Blocc Crips. The underground Blocc Crips, also known as the UGs, are from South Central LA by the way of the Westmont district. The underground Crips became established in the 70s and became a well-known Crip set. The UG's main streets are 103rd, 105th, 107th, and 108th. The UGs are a part of the Rolling 100 Alliance. That includes other Crip gangs that are in the area, like the 10-5 Gangsters, the Bud Loans, the Hard Time Hustlers, and several more. The Undergrounds are known to sport Coats apparel, and besides being in the Rolling 100 car, they are neighborhood Crips as well. So they're also in line with other gangs outside of the hundreds, like the 90s, the 60s, the 40s, and many more. The Underground, they started going by BFG, which stands for Blue Flame Gang. This war is something that will for sure never end, but with that being said, let's get into some cases involving the Undergrounds versus the Hoovers. Jose lived on 106 in Bud Loan with his mom. He was inside his house when he heard multiple shots. He looked through his window and seen two men walking fast up the street. Jose got a good look at both men. Jose went outside to see a man named Peter he knew as a Hoover laid out in the street. Jose then called the police, but Peter later lost his life. Jose gave the police a description of both men. Some months later, a man named Marcus from Underground was arrested on a separate charge. He told police he knew about the shooting for exchange of less time. Marcus made snitching his day job, because he was snitching hard. Marcus told police two fellow UGs named Jeff and Robert told him on the day of the shooting they caught a Hoover slipping and domed it. After Marcus finished being a rat, the police brought back Jose for he could pick the shooters out of a lineup, which he did. Jeff and Robert were picked up, but Jeff denied everything and said he couldn't have did the shooting because he was at school. Robert basically blew that alibi. He told police, "Why y'all had to arrest me? Out of all the shootings, why y'all so worried about this one?" Robert made his case worse by getting an HK tat in jail, making the jury believe he for sure did it. Both Robert and Jeff were charged and sentenced, but may be released early because of a California new law with youth offenders. On February 28, 2009, Dante and Gregory were at a party on 107th Street in Normandy. Dante was from UG. Dante and Gregory decided to leave the party early. As they walked out the house to their car, they saw a dude across the street, and he began to air them out. Dante and Gregory tried to run, but the shooter hawked him down. Gregory was shot over 5 times trying to run, but he survived. Dante wasn't so lucky. He lost his life. This became a big case, even being on LA Most Wanted. Police had no leads until months later when they got information from a paid rat. The paid rat name was Hoover. He was from 18th Street, but he lived in the Hoover's turf and often associated with both the 11 Deuce and the 107 Hoovers. He had a good relationship with a lot of the members. Herbert said he was riding with 3 Hoovers, the shooter Tiny Snaps, a dude named Tiny Box, and Bam Bam. He said they drove by a house on 107th Street in Normandy, where Tiny Snaps said, "Yeah, I popped up some ugly girls right there." Tiny Snaps even told Herbert he had another Hoover as a lookout. Tiny Snaps was later picked up. While in custody, police put an informant in a cell with Tiny Snaps. Bruh had a blabbermouth. He never shut the hell up. He told the rat about how he did the shooting on his own and how he loved doing walk-ups. Tiny Snaps called himself a jump-out boy, but that's something he'll never do again, because his ass would never be able to jump out of prison. Tiny Snaps was sentenced to 40 years to life. On the 4th of July, 2012, there was a block party on 97th Street between Normandy and Bud Loan. A group of people were there including Freddie, a dude named R, and a woman named Unique, and a bunch of Hoovers. 2 men would walk up to the party and air out the crowd. Freddie and R only took leg shots, but Unique lost her life. This all led back to a Crip from the hundreds named Krypto. Krypto had several women in his business. He told a woman named Kamisha he busted on some Hoovers on 97th. Another woman came forth with some information about the shooting. Her name was Anna. She told the police she was with a group of UGs and some dudes from Bud Loan when one of them got a call about some Hoovers having a party. All the Crips immediately left and grabbed straps on the way out. Krypto was later picked up by the police, where he told his side of the story. He told police he drove with 3 other men, and they drove to 97. He said they seen some Hoovers, and him and another man hopped out. This goof said he didn't do it. He blamed the other shooter as being the only one who shot. But this wasn't true at all. Krypto was sentenced to 25 to life. This will conclude this episode. If you haven't already, make sure you check out my previous videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.